All right, everyone, welcome back to my garage. Yes, this is not a Firebird. So, as I've kind of like recorded the series in like a couple month bulks at a time, a lot has changed, and last night I've actually done a count on how many cars I own in this game. It's like 60, maybe a little more than that, honestly. That is too many for me to handle. And I've built a lot of cars with no purpose, no real meaning to them. Some of them just kind of do one thing, and I have multiple that do one thing, and I don't really plan on doing burnout competitions in my garage anymore, at least for live streams. So having like one, two, or three burnout cars is fine, but I have too many. I have too many that I threw together to make an interesting burnout contest, and I don't want to keep them all. So I'm gonna fix that. And this is what we're going to do with some of my projects going forward. Like the Skarmy here. The Skarmy is, it's in shape. It's not in good shape, but it's in shape. The Skarmy needs the engine gone through again. It needs the front end redone. The front end is also pushed in on both sides. It has no working lights whatsoever. And since I've built this car, a dashboard's come out. Driver seats have come out. So the this can be better, and it will get its own episode. But the only reason why that it's sitting here right now is because I don't want it to break in a garage save if the game ever updates, which is probably the perfect example of this part right here going bad. But my exact reasoning is that the car has a lot of issues. I don't drive it because it has so many issues. So it it needs a lot of work, and I'm constantly bouncing between like five or six other cars, and it just sits. And that's what a lot of these are doing when they're actually really good cars, and I think that this right here is one of them. This thing was so much fun to do burnouts in that after I did burnouts, I always wanted to take this thing and go hoon it on the beach, just absolute menace with this thing, and never took the opportunity to do it because there's just a lot wrong with this. Because especially, I mean, to make these wheels work, it's a four lug, so it limits me on tires. I never put a drive shaft back in it, so it's not even four-wheel drive. We're gonna solve that today. The undercarriage of the car should be pretty good. I don't remember what I replaced and what I didn't replace on this. Yeah, I didn't even leave parts in the back. All that I know is that this is a fairly well put together Niv. God, this interior is atrocious with this color, honestly. Ugh, that might need to change. So the goal is I need to resurrect this thing because there are problems with it, and we have solutions to it over here. And we're gonna go and hoon it. We're gonna go and hoon the shit out of this thing, and hopefully I don't break it because I don't want to. And in the long run, I want to put this car up for sale. So that means I am going to be selling this Niv in the My Garage server. Eventually. What my plan is that I always do this for the guys in Nick's server that is private. I always give them first shot at my projects because they have parts that are exclusive to Nick's server. And that's what the motor going into this is going to be. It's going to be a really cool 632. It's going to be making over 1,000 horsepower. But I can't sell that in the main server because 90% of those parts are not available. So going forward, cars that I want to get rid of, and also cars that I am just trying to advertise to hopefully intrigue either viewers to maybe join the My Garage server when these do go up for sale, and just see, because maybe you can own a piece of my shitty roadkill fleet, and hopefully get a car that is in decent shape, because I really hope I don't destroy this thing today with the 632 in it. But yeah, I'm going to give it about a week, see if one of Nick's guys, or even Nick, buys it. And I'm going to give them a smoking deal on this thing. 1,000 horsepower Niv, I'm probably going to give it away pretty cheap. And then on the My Garage server, the motor's going to get pulled out. I'm going to stockpile the parts, basically, stockpile the motor, and probably put just a normal 5.6 in it with the supercharger set up and call it good. Because I necessarily don't need people going, oh, I don't have this mod, I don't have this, you should sell me this mod, you should give me. I'm not going through it. It's too much hassle for me. I'm just trying to make room because I have way too many fucking cars in this game to keep up with. So I figure that this series will help me get closure on these cars and also just put them in their best shape before I push them to someone else to destroy. And who knows, maybe I'll get to see these around still, because I won't lie to you, the look of this is kind of cool. The off-road tires, the big blower out the hood, ZFI. But speaking of, yeah, there's going to be a lot of parts that I need to swap over. What needs to be done? Well, during a burnout contest, I ran it into a wall, and the whole front end is tweaked. So, yeah, not fixing it properly. We're just going to put a new front end on it, put a headlight on it and a grill, call it good. If I need to bang some stuff out, I will. I can go get spray paint if I need to. It's not going to get a new bumper. So, marks of that collision with a wall are going to be there. Biggest issue is the motor currently looks like that. So, reason why the motor looks like this is that I'm pretty sure this is a 454 in here. Yeah, it's a 455. This was my 632 crate before Nick actually added a 632, but also he has changed these big blocks to have the distributor in the back because GM big blocks never had a front distributor. So the block mesh is all fucked up, and necessarily it just doesn't look good when you look in there and just see a bunch of polygons just stretching, trying to make an engine mount. So, yeah, I have one of my brand new tested 800 horsepower 632 crates. So it's going to get a new 632, the same supercharger slapped on it, the headers and whatnot. And then the rest of this goes bye-bye. I throw it out. Same thing with the EFI. So everything's going to get swapped over onto this block. I'm going to get the intake swapped onto it. Probably going to go and make that intake match the Material Master stuff a little bit better. But, yeah. Needs an engine. And then also, I got a drive shaft for it, so we can put a drive shaft in, and we can make it four-wheel drive. As to where I'm going to take this, I don't know. We're going to road trip it and just kind of have fun, off-road it, and when I'm done, and this thing is potentially just a steaming pile of big block, I'll list it in Nick's server, and then probably I'll put a post, or I'll put a community post on my channel when it's live on the My Garage server, in case there is anyone who is ever interested in buying the Niv. At least what I called the NJ5, because this is built off the Roadkill BJ5. At least that was the theme of it. But it kind of lost that as I put the EFI setup on it. So, yeah. Alright, well, I'm gonna get to work. I'm also gonna see what EFI chip I put in this, because might need to buy a new chip and just tone the power down as much as I can, because I don't need this making 2,000 horsepower for what we're about to be doing. Alright, front end comes off, motor comes out, then yeah. Burnouts. Maybe four-wheel drive burnouts. Yeah, I think giving you a better look at how tore up this block is because the mesh has changed. That is bad. You can't even see into the valley pan. Wow. That's rough. Alright, continuing on. Oh. Good enough. Good enough. Good enough. Alright. Here we go. The new and improved blown Niv. Or the NV5. The NJ5 and something like that. Plus it just kind of defaulted to the blown Niv as well. But she should be a fully operational vehicle again. Working lights and all, which is rare for this type of show. Especially after the supercharger. So it's still not perfect in any way whatsoever. You can see how tweaked the front end was by the bumper currently. But it's in a lot better shape than what it used to be. It's got a new front end. It's got a brand new, no miles on it, 632. Wow, this is already pretty full. All right, then. We're in shape. And the finishing touch. Well, finishing touch when we get there is the drive shaft. We're not at that point yet. We're not there. I want to bring the wrench with me because I'm pretty sure that installs with a wrench. It's got to do blown 632 burnouts one more time. It has to. Oh, the zoomies. It actually runs better, in my opinion. It's so top heavy. runs like a top. Am I really gonna sell this? I should build my other Niv and sell that one and keep this one as my own, because I don't have any other Niv right now. Oh, it's so good. It's such a thrash car. But I don't need it. That's the thing. I don't need this. Alright, well, let's see if it can do... I've never attempted to do cyclones, actually, in my garage. This is a... Yeah, this is a science moment. Just how much science is it going to be? I don't know, because this might fail horribly. Oh, it can, I think. Might have a better time doing it on dirt. Yeah, might have a better time down on the beach. It won't do it. I don't think it's a steering angle. Wonder if what was it? Direct input steering. Oh boy, that's steep. Okay, all right. It won't do it. It won't do it. Oh, but it's so good. Driving this again is not convincing me to sell this. Damn, that's actually a lot of fun. Oh, I don't really want to sell this thing now. That means I'm going to have to choose a different burnout car to get rid of. Alright. Oh, the dash failed. Great. How much gas is in it? Enough. Alright, let me turn that steering back on. I think I'll go dyno this. See how much power it's actually making. Just driving this thing here. Oh, I think it's convinced me. I think it has to stay. It cruises. Like, cruises really good for this type of a setup. Oh God, I regret this a little bit. I don't know what it is with me and just big power cars. Whenever they can just cruise, it gets me. That's what happened here. Wait a minute. There's something wrong here. Is that blower making no power? Huh. Pretty sure everything for the EFI is attached. Is it the chip? What chip is it? It's a 1.0. There's no way that this setup makes one more horsepower than at NA. There's no more. There's no way. What? I put the balancer on, right? Yeah. Alright, let me go buy a chip. Because that is not right. I wonder if the 1.0 just basically murders the horsepower. I'll put a 1.1 in it and see. Man, it makes sense to why it did such, like, perfect burnouts. It didn't feel out of control.
Welcome. How can I help you?
Ooh, you know what? I wonder... Alright, there's two things to try. Two things. First, let's disconnect the front drive shaft. I wonder if it believes that it's not on the rollers, so it's just sitting there stalling in the clutch. Or maybe something went wrong. Please don't tell me that that is someone asking to buy the NIV. No, it's not. Okay. That's red. That's red. Damn, did this thing just give itself even more of a reason to stay? it's idling with a ton of horsepower. Over revved her a little bit. Is Banana's EFI blower just a piece of shit? Or Holly blower just a POS? Is that what it is? Let's see. Does that add any horsepower? Like, blown 632 horsepower. Wow. I wonder if the blower shot. Oh no. Well, this is a... This is an unexpected turn of events. Well. I would honestly make more horsepower putting the NA setup back on it and putting a demon carb on it. Well. That really changed the direction of this one. It is really good. And I could probably fix it. Probably by removing the Holly blower. That's probably the issue. But then I won't have the Holly carbs. I don't know. I feel like something is missing. It has the pump, it has the block-off plate, it has the hose, it has all the injectors. Wow. Okay, well, I guess this video is more or less of, do I sell it or do I keep it and make it gooder? Because essentially, I've made it worse. Well, 800 horsepower is nothing to laugh at, but wow. Okay, I'm incredibly disappointed. The blown niv's back. It is here to stay for now until I feel like diagnosing what's wrong, because I don't feel like diagnosing what's wrong right now. I would really make more power without the EFI. That is like the fucking crazy part about this. I would really make more power. And I feel like that's the issue. Okay, well, that remains a mystery because I'm out of time to film this. So, hopefully you enjoyed. If anyone has an idea of what's maybe wrong with this, let me know. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.